Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ God forgave you. That's Ephesians 4:32. Good morning.
Good morning.
We're so glad you're here. I'm Reverend LuAnna Klote, and welcome to our United Spiritualist of the Christ-like Church. Will you please bow your head and join me for the invocation? Mother, Father God, great Creator of all, most Holy One, we invoke your holy presence this day, that you fill us and surround us with your blessed Holy Spirit. Be with us today and always, allowing your grace and presence to move within us and through us as we lift our heart, body, mind, and spirit. We are thankful for the opportunity to come together with open hearts and open minds, ready to accept the healing guidance of our spirits, guides, teachers, family, and loved ones in spirit. That we be filled with clarity, understanding, peace, and love as we fellowship with you today. And now, please join me in the Lord's Prayer as taught to us by our Master Teacher, Jesus Christ. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. And now for our song, Love Yourself. And I feel that's really important, to love ourselves. And when we can love ourselves, then we can love others, and we can also get on that love vibration. That's the highest vibration there is that we humans can be on. Well, for my introduction, in Romans 13:12, we find, the night is almost gone, and the day is near. Therefore, let us lay aside the deeds of darkness and put on the armor of light. Well, with everything happening today, this verse is telling us the darkness of the old world will dissipate and a new world of light is on its way. It's through faith that people will pull through these times. And when we meditate, sometimes we think it's not working, but it really is. And when we can get in that mindfulness state and that connection. But we have this little thing, this little mind up here. Some call it monkey mind. Some people call it blabber. And that's the little mind that says, you can't do that. You're not a good person. And all these negative things. Well, that's what we want to move out. And whereas when we get into meditation, we get into stillness, quietness, and the tuning into the divine. Even though sometimes we don't even realize it. We may think it's not a good meditation, but still we're much calmer usually than when we started. With regards to moving from the old world to the new world, remember, when a house needs to be remodeled, it has to be gutted. And we get rid of the things that no longer work in the house, the mold, before putting in the new foundation, the new base material, and then the finishing touches. That's the icing on the cake. Well, we're kind of in that position right now where we're sort of gutting the house. And so that's, I want to talk about this whole process. Today I'm going to speak about a new world, the moving from the old world to the new world. I'm going to share the old world, where are we now, prophecies of the Incas, and the new world, the fifth dimension, what it will look like. Well, first is the old world, the one that we're kind of moving away from. Well, our world's been progressing nicely from fire to the wheel to the Industrial Revolution, then the Information Age. However, there's a glitch at present where unraveling is appearing. Today's world seems to be chaotic and full of turmoil. The weather is becoming erratic, the earth plane is coming up with many bleeps, the political culture is becoming unraveled, and there's social upheaval everywhere, from homes to countries. How has this come to be? Many old ways are not working anymore, for we've advanced technologically beyond our morals, our unity, our working together, our compassion for others. There appears to be a lot of greed and a lot of what's in it for me, rather than the unity that works for everyone. The climate and weather changes are happening daily, from the floods, the warming temperatures, famines, tornadoes, and the raising of ocean levels. And then there's the earth changes with volcanic activities and earthquakes. There's much social upheaval at the present that includes the political scene, as I mentioned, shootings, hate, and violence. Yes, there's a lot of heavy energies around us, as portrayed by our news feeds, whether it be TV, the radio, Google. But bad news sells. This is where the profits are and the money. And so this is what they want to emphasize and sensationalize to us. Well, right now there's a lot of happenings in the world that are becoming exposed to us. In the past, much was hidden from most people like us. But now, as exposure to ill activities and unbalanced mindsets are being brought forth, many people are now seeing what is not working in our world. Now, looking at the other side of the coin, many good things are happening. Medicine has advanced to cure and heal maladies and injuries. The light workers are here, and I'll talk a little later about light workers. And many people have more tolerance for people that are not like them. And when I speak of light workers, these are the people on the earth plane that are bringing light to the world through positive energy, by positive teachings and higher perspectives connected to the divine, and it's available to everyone. There is a new world coming into play. Moving on from where are we now, we're now going to look at the prophecies of the Incas. For 500 years, the Q'ero elders have preserved a sacred prophecy of a great change, or a Pachacuti, in which the world would be turned right side up, harmony and order would be restored, and chaos and disorder ended, returning to a golden era. What the term Pachacuti, Pacha means birth or time, and in this respect 500 years, because they have Pachacutis of 500 years. So we're talking about the dark days they've just come out of. And Kuti means to set things right. With the Incan prophecies, the Pachacuti is taking place right now. And that's the change to the new Pachacuti. It's the latest 500-year-old time frame that started when the Spanish invaded Peru and South America. The end of the 500 dark years has ended, and the start of the 500 light years has started. We are in the great change right now. The prophecy speaks of a period of upheaval, tumult, and cosmic transformation. It signifies a reversal of the world, an overturning of the space-time continuum, where there will be no time. Past, present, and future will all be in the now, just the same as it is on the other side of the veil, where our loved ones are. The Q'eros have been high in the Andes Mountains of Peru for 500 years, practically isolated, keeping their belief systems and culture pure from encroaching outsiders. Now, after 500 years, they've come down from the tops of the mountains to share their beliefs with the rest of the world. The prophecies include that we're going through a tumultuous and chaotic time. We are here. The two wars, one in Ukraine and in Palestine, have hit the world stage, as have various threats from Russia and China. As mentioned before, there's much social upheaval that includes the violence around us. The earth's been polluted with many toxins being introduced into the oceans, and respect is amiss toward Pachamama, what the Incans call Mother Earth. We are already seeing people banding together to repair Mother Earth, to help her by introducing cleaner ways of energy, moving from coal to solar and wind energy. Also, people are starting to clean up the massive amount of plastic debris in the oceans. And the Q'ero believe that Mune, Love and compassion will be the guiding force of this great gathering of the peoples. Love and compassion were also the guiding forces taught by Yeshua ben Joseph, Jesus the Christed One. With this, the prophecies are encouraging. They refer to the end of the time as we know it. It is the end of the old way of thinking, a way of being, a way of relating to nature and to the beings around us. In the coming years, Incas expect us to emerge into a golden age, a golden millennium of peace. With the great change being here, it brings the promise of a new, luminous human being I will discuss later. The chaos and confusion will last 4 more years. Well, the article that I'm quoting this from was written April 12, 2023. So 4 years from that date is April 12, 2027, which is only 3 years away. And recently, before I picked up this article, I was communicating with a loved one on the other side of the veil, and she said it was 3 years, and I thought, And then I picked up this article, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's confirmed. So it's kind of exciting because me as Miss Pollyanna, I thought this was going to happen the year 2000, and then 2012. Well, now this is saying 2027, so it'll be nice when we get over to this peace. With the great change in place, we need to relearn to honor and respect Mother Earth, Father Sun, Star Sisters, discover and respect everything and everyone, and so be able to make a quantum leap toward what we are becoming all together. The Keros say that the doors between the worlds, that is our physical earth plane, and the ethereal divine planes where our entities exist beyond our 3 dimensions, are opening again. The holes are forming in the time we can penetrate through to explore our capabilities and reclaim our luminous nature. With luminous nature, it's being connected with spirit, the divine, using our gifts for healing, compassion, and love for ourselves and for others. As the song mentioned, love ourselves. It is the time of the eagle of the United States and the condor of Peru to come together and fly again. The path of the eagle, the United States, is the path of the mind, the industrial, the rational, material, and masculine. And this would be the right hand, the left brain right. And the path of the condor of Peru is the path of the heart, intuition, mystical, and feminine, which is the right brain in the left hand. And the prophecy holds that North America will provide the physical strength, Europe will provide the mental aspect, and the heart will be given by South America. Well, as a lot of you know, I've traveled to Peru a couple of times on spiritual trips, seeing and experiencing many of the sacred sites in Peru. That included despacho ceremonies. And Eduardo, who is a Caro Paco from Peru, has come to our church a couple times, at least a couple times, three times, and done despacho ceremonies. The despacho is an ancient Peruvian Incan celebratory ceremony, an act of love, and a reminder of the connections we share with all beings, elements, spirits, and secret places. At the deepest level, it allows all participants to enter into the essential unity of all things. Their ceremony aligns participants with their personal intent, their group intent, and gratitude to the earth, which supports all of our endeavors. This ceremony is intended to bring the energy of harmony and balance as healing to an area and its communities. The first trip I went to Peru was in 2008, and that was with a Peruvian shaman, Jorge Luis Delgado. And I still remember that when he contacted the Caro elders to come down and do the despacho ceremony, they still live on the top of the mountains and they don't have phones, and so he's not sure how the word gets back, but he puts it out to people that have the connections, and they show up when they're supposed to. And they, like Eduardo, didn't speak English, but it was quite interesting to realize that there's still people that don't have phones, but these people live on the top of the mountains, and it looks like they're around the Cusco area. That's one of the big cities. But Jorge Luis Delgado, he visits and teaches in various countries now. And I've attended 2 of his workshops here in Ohio, one here in Cincinnati in 2008 and one in Cleveland in 2013. And he's also traveled to Japan, other foreign countries, and teaching the Andean ways. And then he's also been on stage in the United States, especially in Sedona, Arizona, with well-known light workers such as Greg Braden. Well, what are light workers? They are on the people at earth at present to bring the light into the darkness. And I feel like our spiritualist teachings we live by are light filled with inclusiveness for all around us. I also feel that we're all light workers. We're bringing light into the darkness. And I admit, sometimes it doesn't feel that way, but when I get back on track, I get back in the light. It is important we stay on high frequencies, ignoring the fear-mongers on the earth plane, for it is with fear that people are controlled. Without fear, there's not the panic, instead of peacefulness and calmness we can have and share with others. When we're connected with the higher vibrations, we see the world in a different light, in a different paradigm, from a different perspective. The Karo believe that the doorways between the worlds are opening again. We spiritualists are already experiencing some of the doorways opening with our mediumship that we do. The Andean shamans say, follow your own footsteps. Learn from the rivers, the trees, and the rocks. Honor the Christ, the Buddha, your brothers and sisters. Honor the Earth Mother and the Great Spirit. Honor yourself and all of creation. Now, moving from where are we now and looking at the prophecies of the Incas, next is, what is the new world, the 5th dimension? What will it look like? The 5th dimension is a space that's considered beyond the 3 dimensions of length, height, and width. It is a realm of consciousness and spiritual awareness that transcends the physical realm and is associated with love, compassion, unity, and interconnectedness. From the Mysticism blog, I found when enough seeds are awake, freed from fear and other negative aspects of the 3rd level of consciousness, the 5th level seeds will be able to sprout within humanity and form a whole. The world will be returning to harmony and putting an end to the age of chaos and disorder. What happens once we get through this upheaval? There is a new world awaiting us. The Incan prophecy says we will become luminous beings. To me, this indicates we will be able to see beyond the veil, as we spiritualists are already doing. Our vibrations and frequencies will become much higher, more on the love vibration, as mentioned before. And this is us arriving to the state of love for all around us, for human beings, love for animals, the birds, trees, streams, Pachamama, everything and everyone. We'll be able to access the 5th dimension through mindfulness meditation, becoming fully present and aware of our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment. Through energy healing, we will channel healing energies to ourselves and others to clear blockages and restore balance. And I know that I heard a speaker that had been in Australia, and there was somebody, she ended up in with a band of Aborigines walking the countryside, and there was somebody that had broken their leg, and she could even see where the bone was kind of sticking through the skin. And these Aborigines were able to heal that person. Within 2 days, they were out walking with the group just like they had done before. And I know I've read instances where shamans, whenever they're healing their people, they're going into what's causing the problem, into the inner being of the person, because a lot of times it's emotions and mental things causing the maladies, and shamans heal that way. So I think that with luminous beings, we're going to be more on that kind of a level. And maybe things won't even bother us as much. I hope not. Energy healings, such as Reiki crystal healing and chakra balancing, can assist in the journey towards the fifth dimension, even right now for us. Then the lower vibrations that will go by the wayside are shame, guilt, grief, fear, and anger. What is the new world, the fifth dimension? It will be a time of unity, of all working together for the good of all, of living from the vibration of love. John Lennon's song Imagine describes such a place. In it, he sings about there being no heaven or no hell, living for today, and to us that's mindfulness. He imagines no countries, nothing to kill or die for. And when we think back about a lot of wars, it involves property and countries. So if there's no countries, there's no need for war like that. No religion, all the people living life in peace. And again, there's been many wars that's happened because of religion. The world will be one. Imagine no possessions, no need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man and woman. I added that. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. The world will live as one. I'm amazed, joyful, and pleased our spiritualism beliefs are in alignment with the New World and prophecies, especially our recognizing the light and vibrations of the universe. In the interim, and in closing, I want to be like a sunflower, so that even in the darkest of days, I will stand tall and find the light. And that's from my positiveoutlook.com. The sunflower is a symbol for the religion of spiritualism. The sunflower was chosen as the symbol for many reasons, partly because it's bright and strong and the seeds are nourishing, but mainly because it turns toward the sun. As the motto of spiritualism puts it, as the sunflower turns its face toward the light of the sun, so spiritualism turns the face of humanity toward the light of truth. For this coming week, a call of action is be like a sunflower, stand tall and find the light. Blessings. Thank you. And now for our meditation. Can I have some music? As you get into a comfortable position, uncrossing your legs, putting your feet flat on the floor, uncrossing your arms, and closing your eyes, take a slow, deep breath all the way past your belly button. Now, slowly exhale. Take another slow, deep breath, filling your lungs, your tummy with pure, unadulterated air of your precious surroundings. Slowly exhale. Before you is a beautiful path into a forest that is beckoning you into its ethereal mysteries. As you enter the forest, you realize you have entered an old growth forest of ancient trees of pristine beauty. You can feel the calmness, the serenity, the wiseness of the trees around you, the branches spreading above you in a comforting way. It is safe here, a secureness you welcome. As you take deep breaths, one in and out, another one in, another one out. You are feeling the sereneness of the trees, the forest. The ground is comforting, calming, and balancing us to its greatness. In the trees are birds, the bright reds of the cardinals tweeting, cheer, cheer, cheer. The blue-gray mourning doves with their calm cooing to us, and the robins singing their beautiful songs. They are reminding us of joyfulness in our surroundings. Squirrels are scampering in the leaves, hunting for nuts and treasures for their next meal. Up above is a squirrel with a large leaf pulling it into a tree hole that is its home. This will add a soft cushioning to its home. The squirrels are chattering, reminding us of the beautiful day it is, the soft, gentle breezes around us. A gentle breeze is blowing through the trees, the emerald green leaves shining in the sun. They want to share life with you. The sweet smells of the forest are all around you. Pine, woodland, shrubs, flowers, moss, grass, and new rain creating a spiritual and inspirational feeling. What kinds of trees are these majestic trees around us? Are they oaks, sycamores, pines, maples, or perhaps we've chosen to be surrounded by the giant sequoias of the tree world? The trees are grounding, calming all fears of the yesteryear, present and future, by their loving roots below our feet. A tree is now beckoning you to come close. It is comforting, safe, secure, and protecting you, surrounding you with love. As you place your hands on this large, beautiful tree, its trunk, you can feel its energy coursing through its veins, its very being that is sharing with you. As your new tree friend has been on your shared earth plane many, many years. Having lived through many happenings in its life, it is here to share its peace and calmness to help you relax, help you become even more grounded, help you release and forget any worries you may have brought with you. Keep breathing in with a slow breath, and then out slowly. Why hang on to what is no longer serving you? Your tree friend is asking you to release all that is no longer serving you, that is no longer working with you in your world. It can be worries and concerns, past emotions still present after learning their valuable lessons, past events still hovering, possibly future events. Let tensions go. Let go, let go, let go. As you release your worries and concerns to your new tree friend, this large, beautiful, wise tree knows how to give your worries and concerns to Mother Earth, who can transmute these heavy energies and feelings into positive, light-filled nutrients for the living beings of the planet, as she gives the world the precious oxygen needed for our life sustenance. Release all these to your new tree friend. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out. You feel so much lighter now, much lighter than before. A new calm, healing energy is brought forth to you that you have embraced. I allow myself to go with the flow of life. You allow yourself to go with the flow of life. As you leave your new tree friend, she bids you goodbye and asks you to come visit in the future, as you need no invitation. As you realize you have become much lighter with the releasing of the past, living in the present, you are now lighter and joyful of your surroundings. You can now shift into the here and now, in your own time, at your own pace. Be aware of the support beneath you. Come back gently. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Open your eyes to a new, peaceful, calm world. Welcome back.